Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and you guys might be wondering why this is not The Walking Dead, because I mainly make Walking Dead what-ifs, but we're still going to be doing those. But I just thought I just completed like the Walking Dead Telltale game series, like the whole entire thing, like Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, and it was amazing. And in my channel, I'm going to be starting to do the Walking Dead what-ifs and the Walking Dead Telltale game series what-ifs, because this game was just amazing in my opinion. And we even get a couple of characters from like the Walking Dead show in here, but they just stay for like a while. But you guys may be wondering why I'm just doing this what-if. Like, I am going to do other what-ifs on this game, but like this is like the hardest choice in the game for me, maybe. Because like some people say choosing Kenny or Jane is the hardest choice, but for me it's obviously Kenny, because I'm sticking with him to the end. But in like Carley or Doug, they're both very likable characters, and I thought they'd be around much longer if I saved one of them. And I wish they had more screen time, so this is why I'm doing this what if. Okay, so let's just get into it. So we see Carley getting grabbed by walkers, and in this universe, Doug doesn't get grabbed yet. So he will get grabbed, but just not yet. So Doug is not grabbed yet. And Lee would grab Carley's gun and he'd shoot the walker he'd shoot the walkers that are grabbing on Carley. Then Doug gets grabbed by walkers while he's protecting the window from not breaking. But Lee shoots the walker that's grabbing Doug, and then after that, all three of them just dip, like, cause Kenny and Larry, I'm pretty sure they already got out. Sorry, I'm a bit sick, but okay. So let's continue. And the entire group get in a car, and they just like leave, and they go to the motor, aka the motel, and they rest there for a while, and they still end up finding Mark there, so yeah, that all goes the same. And after all that, it's 3 months later, and Mr. Parker still gets his leg cut off by Lee because he got trapped in the bear trap. But in this universe, Lee went a lot quicker because he has more pressure on him, because like I think because I'm pretty sure if Doug survived, Carley would have went hunting too. So there's 3 people telling him to go faster: Kenny, Mark, and also Carley. So Mr. Parker just dies of blood loss. And in this universe, Travis sees that Mr. Parker's already dead, so he can't really do anything about it. So he just runs behind the group, and Travis makes it this time. So in this universe, Travis survives, and Ben obviously survives. And at first, the group don't trust Travis or Ben, but Mark would say that they're not harmful and they're just kids, like Clementine and Duck, and they don't seem like bad people, and they should be given a chance in the group because they seem like decent help and a decent company for the kids. And Lily says having more people in the group is just more mouths to feed, and they are probably useless, and they already have to feed Clementine and Duck, and they just draw and play. And this makes Lee and Kenny mad because Kenny's Duck's dad, and Lee is like a father figure to Clementine. But just as then, a man pointing a gun comes up, and he tells them that his name is Danny. But in this universe, since Danny's holding a gun because there is more people in the group, Kenny doesn't even think and shoots Danny and kills him. And Danny's brother Andy would run back, and he sees his mom at their farm, and he sees her dead. And the reason why she's dead is because the raiders attacked, and in this universe there's no Mark or Lee, and none of the group are there, and not even Andy or Danny are there. So basically, Brenda dies in this universe, but Andy makes it out. But he decides that he's gonna leave this farm and he's gonna go on the road on his own and start his own community. And we're not gonna be focusing on Andy for a while. We will get back to him, but in season 2, because I have a pretty good part for him in season 2. And we see Lily, who's not mad at Kenny, because she thought that the St. John's were dangerous in the first place, so she says thank you to Kenny for dealing with them. And we see Doug and Carley, who I haven't really focused on so far, and this whole what ifs around them, so we gotta get into them. We see that they're both in a relationship now and care deeply for each other. And with so much trust between both of them in each other, Carley ends up telling Doug that Lee was a killer before the outbreak happened. But Doug, he wouldn't really care because Lee seems like a good guy to him. But Doug decides that he's going to go to Lee and talk to him about it. And he goes up to Lee and he's like, hey man, you should really tell people about the whole killing thing, because eventually people will find out. And you got a little girl to take care of. And if people don't know that your past, eventually someone's going to tell. Because there's a lot of people who do know it and a lot of people who don't know it. And Doug says that Lee should really be honest so the group has more trust in him and they could see him as a changed man. And as the player, you would get the option to tell the rest of the group that who you were before the outbreak, or you get the other choice if you just want to keep it a secret. Either way, Doug doesn't get mad at Lee. But after that, we see the bandits, and they're at the group's base, the motel, and they all ask for their supplies. But in this universe, since Ben isn't since Ben never got the chance to tell the bandits, this time Ben never gives the bandits supplies because he's only been there a couple days, and nothing with the St. John's happening and Travis being alive, I think that would never happen. But anyways, the bandits have everyone in the group captured except Lee and Lily. And Lee shoots the guard behind Kenny, and Kenny takes his gun and starts shooting at them. And Mark also grabs his gun from the bandits and starts shooting. And so does Carley, which means that there's 4 people who have guns now, and they are shooting, and 5 if you're including Lily. And they all provide Doug cover while he tries to fix the RV. And in this universe, Duck never gets bit because there's more people shooting, and this means Katja would never suicide. And Larry would take Katja and Duck into the RV, even though he isn't a good person, but he still has a heart for others. He sees that they clearly need help, and even though at first he was being a bit rude to Katja and Duck. Okay, that doesn't matter. Let's just get back to it. And Lee would be protecting Clementine, and Lily covers the group while they go into the RV, and all of the group make it out of there alive. And there is no RV stopping in this universe because there's no one giving supplies to the bandits in this universe, meaning neither Doug or Carley die. And the group arrive at the train and they meet Chuck. And Chuck's pretty happy to see that there's still some kind humans left in this world. And because of Doug being around, the group managed to get the train started much early. And the group would still have to stop the train because of the thing that was blocking them. I forgot the name of it, because the truck was hanging off or something. And the group still end up meeting Krista and Omid, but a little bit later on, because they meet them a couple minutes after they stopped the train, because they went a little faster, because the train went a little bit faster because of Doug being around. And since Doug's around in this universe, the group never encounter the Horde, and they end up moving the train a lot faster, because I'm pretty sure Doug would find out some way to get the train moving faster. And the group still arrives at Crawford, and Molly still rings the bell. And we see the walkers come in this universe also. But since there's more people in the group, Chuck never gets left behind because there's more people alive that can shoot the walkers around him. But this doesn't mean everyone makes it. Since Larry's an old man, he can't keep up with the group and he ends up falling to the ground and he gets devoured by walkers. And Larry dies, which would make Lily very mad because that was her dad. But since it's not like the group's fault he died, she doesn't really care that she cares that Larry's dead, but she's not putting the blame on the group this time because it wasn't the group's fault. And Omid never injures his leg in this universe. And the group still end up at the house and they go inside and start exploring and stuff, as you guys can see in these images. And eventually, after they're done exploring the entire house, Mark would speak up and he's like, they need to find a boat. And he tells Lee that they're not going to make it because there's not much food in this house and they need to move. And they need that boat. Lee would reply that he will ask Kenny if they should go right now because they cannot be waiting any time longer. Lee and Mark would hear Clementine and Duck scream, and the entire group come rushing down, and they see that it's a boat. And a girl from behind named Molly comes, and she says, "Oh, you have a boat." And she says if she gets a spot on the boat, she can take them to a place that they can find the batteries and the fuel. Carley would say we can't trust her, but Kenny says it's the best option we got. So Molly takes the group to Crawford where they can find the boat and the batteries, and the group sneak inside and they find walkers, so they start shooting them. The remaining walkers that are still there, they put something on the door to stop them from getting in. But in this universe, instead of Ben being stupid and opening the door, it's Travis. And when Travis opens the door, he grabs the axe, I think it was, in the door, and he goes up to Lee and he's like, "Hey, look, I found this and stuck in the door handle." And then walkers would come in. And in this universe, instead of Ben getting grabbed by the bell walker, it's Travis. And Ben would want Lee to save Travis because that's his friend. But when Lee tries to run over to help him, the walker would have already pulled Travis down, and Travis dies. Because Travis was a little weaker than Ben and stupider. And in this universe, the boat's gone, and the reason why it's gone is because Wernon's group took it. But after hours of search, Kenny says, screw the boat, and he says, let's just go and travel on our own. And most of the group would agree, but that will be it for today. That part 2 is going to be coming pretty soon, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye-bye!